I saw you getting in some extra work here after practice. What is the process like for you right now with trying to make sure you're staying healthy?
I'm in a good spot in terms of health. Now it's just building off that, not easing up. Even though I'm playing in games now, still get a lot of conditioning, still get more work in. Just trying to take my body to the next level.
Does it feel like you're moving around, you're feeling different than you have in the past?
Most definitely. I feel like I don't have to exert as much energy to get to a certain speed. I feel like my movements are more swifter, so I definitely see the difference.
That's kind of scary.
So are you primarily putting in this work so you can have the stamina to play over 30 minutes a game?
I feel like I can play 30 minutes a game right now, but like I said, based off the numbers with the team, just being smart and just working our way there.
Is that part tough for you, not being able to play?
It's tough. If anybody tells you it's not, they're lying. Because, man, when you out there in the game and, you find your rhythm and, look up at the clock, it's like, oh, it's that 7-minute mark. It's that 8-minute mark. I'm silly with it. I always ask Javonte Green, I'm like, you subbing in for me? You know I'm subbing in for you. But it's frustrating, but the fact that I'm out there, I'm grateful for it.
How much do you feel like you kind of came with a different approach last night as far as being aggressive during that first stint before they pulled you at kind of like the 7-minute mark, kind of establishing yourself early on?
That was something Coach brought to my attention. Because usually I try to get the lay of the land. If the attack's there, I'm going to attack. But, based off my minutes, he said just kind of be more aggressive with it.
What do you like about the on-the-court chemistry? You guys seem to be developing well, right, with Trey, Dejounte, and CJ, where you guys are getting your own. The offense usually is shining.
The chemistry is really building. The injuries really just bad timing. If we play like 10 to 15 games and then injuries happen, I feel like it'd be different. We'd be at a better point. But where we are now, the chemistry on and off the court is building. And, when you're on the court, you're able to kind of see, okay, in certain moments, Dejounte likes to attack from here. Murph likes to get going from here. Even CJ, you just figure out, okay, what spots they like. So, yeah, the chemistry is definitely building.
And we've seen you kind of score regardless, but how much does being in this kind of shape help you be more impactful defensively?
It helps a lot. It helps a lot because my movements are more swifter. So when someone try to change the direction, I can beat them to the spot.
Do you feel like
look back on?
Hey, you gonna let somebody else ask questions?
Just because I want to. I got one more on the defensive side. But when you look back to like years ago where you were and compared to where you are now, where do you feel like you made the most progress defensively?
Definitely being able to switch 1 through 5 and my perimeter defense. Just kind of with my coaches and teammates trusting me to, if I do get switched on to a shifty guard or somebody considered an elite scorer, they don't feel like they have to help. Like they feel like, nah, Z got it.
Do you feel like you're surprising people on that end?
I think to the people that pay attention to the game, yes. To the people that don't know the details of it, I don't know what they think.
Do you feel like you can stay in front of a lot more players? That's what you're saying, 1 through 5.
Absolutely.
Because last night, I think PJ Washington, I think you had 3 deflections in that first half alone.
Oh, yeah. He's a great player, too. He really got it going in the second half. But, that's something I've definitely, put a lot of attention to detail on, the wing defense and switching 1 through 5.
What do you think of Trey's back-to-back alley-oops?
Listen. I'm always going to be honest with Trey. They technically were back-to-back lobs. The first one was all right. It was a little – y'all called it a windmill. Y'all called it a windmill. I call it, hey, he made the most of it. The second one, I'm going to be a hater. He barely got the ball over the goal. But he made it. So in the moment, the energy was great energy. But, afterwards, when you look at the film, I'll pick on Trey about it I don't know, man. You didn't really get that high on that. But they were nice, though. They were all right.
How critical are you with yourself after you watch film?
I think I critique myself too hard sometimes. When I was in college, Coach K called it being a perfectionist. Like, there are times when if I miss a shot that I usually make, it's not even I'll get in my own head. I'll just, be like, man, how did I miss that shot? Like, why did I miss that shot? Like, did I not load on my legs? Did I I touch it up the right way, and I think it'll carry into the next play to where I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna take the shot. I'm gonna pass it. But now I'm at a point where my confidence is there. If I missed it, I just missed it. I know the next one going in.
Is that what it kind of mean to you the other night when Willie got the technical foul kind of taken up for you?
I mean, y'all see what's going on. That's all I'm gonna say on that. But as far as coach doing that, I told him right after the game that meant a lot to me. Him showing that emotion. I think the last time I seen him show that emotion on a non-foul was Minnesota last year.
I'm not sure if you've even looked at this yet, but how exciting is it for you that there's no back-to-backs coming up, that there's a stretch of 6, 7, 8 games in a row where you can just keep playing?
Let me make this clear to everybody out there. If I can play in the back-to-backs, I would. I physically, yes, I can. But I work for the Pelicans. They have decided that based off the numbers, it's not smart to do that right now. So, if that's what they feel, I'm rocking with them on that. But yes, if I could play in a back-to-back, I would.
We kind of see Yves going through this right now, but how big is that jump going from college when you're playing 30 to 35 games to adjusting to an 82-game schedule and being ready physically and mentally every night?
It's an adjustment. I think that's where that saying the rookie wall comes from, because after about around the 40, 50 game mark, you start to see fatigue. Not that he looks tired out there in any way, because the energy he brings out there is amazing, actually. But like I said at the beginning of the year, Yves is receptive to information, and when you're telling him, hey, like, try to do this, do that, he looks at you and he's like, yeah, I got you, and he'll make it happen. So for him to be out there coming from college just this past year and playing against some of the best bigs in the league, athletic bigs, mobile bigs, like just different type of bigs, it's impressive.
Just one question about Boston. How important was it, just that extra defensive effort you guys played with against Boston over there, and how important is that going to be for tomorrow?
Boston is they're the reigning champs. It feels like when they have 5 people on the court, all 5, are a threat to score. So, and playing a team like that, everybody has to be on their, P's and Q's, especially when you're switching or anything. And really, you just try to be physical, try to get them out their game. But, it's easier said than done. No problem.
Thank you.